but somehow you put them in the water, they're not going to be able to make it. No, they don't have teeth, but they have strong gums. No, very strong gums. And due to the fact that they have low metabolism, it takes over a week for the whole digestion process. A week, the whole digestion process. So they're really slow for everything, because even when they mate, they mate at least for 4 hours if we want to talk about successful ejaculation. 4 hours right away. And but they get full size at the age of 60 to 80 years old, more or less. That is when they get full size. But there's no way to tell the age, by counting rings, like somebody has said, or it's written in a book. That's not the truth. What we can do is just by seeing the rings, is to tell how many El Nino as a phenomenon they have been going through. Because during the Niños of phenomenon, we get 150 to 200 inches of rainfall. So if there is a lot of water and there is a lot of food, the tortoises are going to grow faster that year. And because they grow faster, so when you go to the ring, you can see one that is wider than the other. And if that is an indication of El Nino, then we can do an estimation about the age, which is not necessarily accurate, but it helps very much to tell how old these guys are. But if there is something that I really love to learn from these guys, is their capability to go for a long time without water and without food. And that is why pirates and buccaneers were taking these guys as a food supply. The regional population was about 500,000 of giant tortoises. And nowadays, the entire population is about 25 to 28,000 tortoises, and that's it. So I don't want to sound in like in a contradiction way, but it is a truth that they can go for a long time without water and food supply. But it's not a truth that they can just go without water for a long time. So it sounds like a contradiction, but it's not. Because it's a fact that we don't see them drinking water, but it's not a fact that they can go for a long time without water. So how do they manage to get water if they don't have access to it? This is something that we would love to learn how to do it. Because when they don't have access to drinking water, at that point what they do is incredible. Internally they produce some enzymes to oxidize their fat. And as they oxidize their fat internally, they produce their own metabolic water, and that is how they manage to go for over 6 months without literally drinking water. That is something that we love to learn how to do it. Right away, which is beautiful. Now, the other important detail about the tortoises, is the way, how they reproduce, laying eggs once a year, and the number of eggs that they lay. But at the beginning of this breeding program, I have to tell you that most of those eggs did not hatch. And scientists have been wondering what was the problem, what was the reason why they didn't. Because they're supposed to be doing something good in order to protect the eggs. But